Hey everybody, welcome back. Surprise here with another episode of Surprise Radio. This time I am joined by the amazing band, or most of them anyway, Forever May Fall.
Hello.
Thanks for joining me, guys. Before we get started, I wanted to go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room. It's dusty, I know. I couldn't really do much about it, so I'm sorry.
It's all good. That's cool.
So, but while we do actually get started, tell me some of you guys' influences and heroes.
Oh man. Being a 90s baby, I've got all of the Alanis Morissette, Stevie Nicks, Celine Dion, Amy Lee. And then later on, as I've grown as the musician and looking into other genres, I really cannot stop being influenced by Bad Omens. Like, not possible.
And I apologize. Introduce yourselves. I said you were Forever May Fall, but who is everybody in case they don't know?
Oh, well, I'm Fox. I sing. I do the mouth noises.
I'm Adam. I'm on the drums.
That's Donkey Kong. Don't let him fool you.
No, Krabby's fun.
I'm Colt. I play guitar.
Cool. All right. And do you guys, do you feel the impact of being a hero or anything like that? Because I know a lot of people are growing up looking to, bands that are led by women. And there's more and more nowadays, but it still doesn't make you any less of a hero to a girl that might catch your show or something like that and really connected to you personally. So what do you think about that?
That's a heavy weight to carry, honestly. I definitely would not call myself a hero. I have a hard time myself believing that this is something that I am blessed with doing, just having the ability to have this talent, share this talent, and the means to continue creating with this talent and these fabulous musicians next to me. I myself find it hard, like I feel like an imposter most times. So calling myself a hero, you'd never hear me say that, but if I can be a light to young women to follow their dreams and love themselves, that's something that took me a very long time. So outside of this, I am like a huge fitness buff and studying to be a personal trainer, and like I think that's incredibly important. That image definitely helps you to go after what you want in life. I'm here for it. I would love to be a beacon for young girls to just take life by the horns.
And Adam, Colt, you too. I know that there's lots of dudes drumming and playing guitar out there, but that doesn't make you any less to a hero to maybe a little brother or a kid that or something like that. Do you feel that at all?
Well, first of all, thank you for that. I'll just, I guess, speak for myself. So not only the message of all the music, but just to piggyback on what Jill was saying a little bit about performing. We have our individual roles that we do try to inspire and help promote creativity, and we're all about big advocates for arts and schools and programs like that. But specifically drums, if anybody, I find out anybody looks up to me, I'm not worthy of that. It's definitely something I do take seriously. We take the performance seriously, and it's such a privilege to give an audience an escape, albeit just for a minute or two. But no, I absolutely, I'm part of a few social media drumming communities. I love talking shop. I love getting to know, especially all the other local players. There are so many out there that are amazing drummers, prodigies even. So I feel personally so fortunate to be here with this group and doing what we do.
I'm just thankful that anybody takes the time out of their day to listen to us.
Yeah.
That part.
You've got a million and one bands you could listen to, and you chose to listen to ours for 3 to 4 minutes, whatever it is per day or whatever. Like, that's awesome. And I think at the end of the day, we're thankful to be doing this, you know?
Yeah.
And that actually brings up something that I forgot to mention at the beginning. But so your bio says that you've been making music since 2017. I know, Colt, you joined the band later, around 2020, I think. And Adam, I think that if I read your post correctly, almost the whole band is fresh as of around 2020. Am I right? Except for Fox, you were the only holdover from the previous regime. Am I right?
Actually, no, it's the other way around. Colt was the only
Oh, okay.
exchange. The rest of us, so Krabby, Squeeze, and I, we've been the original band fam or band bam, whatever the hell you want to call it, for since 2017.
Okay, so see, that's why you ask questions like that, to make sure you get the info right. So have you guys done many live shows? I haven't seen a lot of flyers that you've posted or anything like that. Have you done very many, especially post everything?
No, we've done nothing post-COVID. We've not had a show with this new lineup because we've learned what perfectionism is, a blessing and a curse. So we decided to upgrade gear and start adding lights and start, actually making the performance a performance instead of just a band playing. So it's more crowd interactive, different intro pieces and, hype seconds of like hype music. So it's like a lot to put together. So we played a couple of the local staples here in Charlotte prior to COVID. We played at Amos's, played in Milestone a bunch. We played somewhere else too. Studio 13. A lot of smaller venues just to, kick the dust off, because we didn't really intend to take a leap of faith as far as we did with the music back then. We just called it a poker night. We're like, hey, if people want to listen to the music, let's go play to 10 people drinking beer. And then when we got Colt into the mix and COVID started happening, we just had time to sit on our hands. We were like, well, let's see what we can do. Why not?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, we just decided to take the last couple of years to just redo everything from the logo, music, to the live production, like Fox mentioned, just top to tail. And we feel we've really come up with something. I don't know the word. What's the word? In a good way.
Something good?
Yeah, something
memorable?
Something very, very good.
Something that isn't 6 minutes long.
Yeah. The music itself took a different direction in a fantastic way, in my opinion. And we are chomping at the bits to get on stage and share it with everybody. But we're taking the time to do it right and really bring a proper production.
Cool. Yeah, and speaking of production, I have noticed that your music sounds very well produced. It sounds very not fresh, because I've featured 400 bands on my channel, and there are some that sound like they were recorded on a potato, and then you have the ones that sound very well produced. And there's nothing wrong with using production. It adds to it. And so I also, if I remember correctly, Colt, did you do some work with Kilokoi? I think I saw Kelly post something about you did some work with them on one of their videos.
Oh yeah, so I've known Kelly for a long time. I used to be in a band with Kelly. So we were called Something Clever.
Future Jill.
Yeah. So recently I just went and did like some behind the scenes like photography stuff for them. I help out with a lot of I help out with a lot of their stuff though, whether it's like teching or photography or whatever they need. Those are homies. They've been friends for many, many years, so I try and do what I can for them.
Yeah, I featured Something Clever, but you weren't in the band. I think it was 11 Days was the song, so I don't think
Correct.
that you...
That was after I was after it was just Adam and Kelly at that point.
Yeah. And I actually used to live in Charlotte, so seeing all these amazing bands, I mean, there's a lot coming out of it. Just that area, Baltimore, Charlotte, Virginia, all of that right there. And I'm like, Where was this shit in the 90s when I was there?
Dude, the scene
Blew it.
here in Charlotte now is absolutely incredible. Like
Yeah.
when we first came out into it in 2017, like we didn't really know anybody. It was kind of catty. It was if you didn't know this person, you didn't get to play a good show. You didn't get a good time slot. Um, it was a lot of like just crappy competition. So we kind of just stuck to our little circuit and did what we did. But now, God, the people in this scene now are incredible. Everybody bends over backwards to everybody. You got a show coming up, you got 10 bands at least in this scene that are pushing your flyers, that are buying your tickets, that are telling their friends, streaming your music, sharing your posts. I mean, there's no shortage of musicians in this scene right now that I don't even have words for them. They're staples. They're incredible.
A lot of cases, even buying your merch too.
Buying your merch, rocking your merch. I mean, we did it with the U video. I had Scars Maine. I had their T-shirt on in the video. That I mean, everybody's just kind of repping everybody. You know, like it's really it's awesome. I could not be happier to be a part of this scene.
And as I always say in my videos, buying merch is one of the best ways to support a band. You know, buying their music is great. Streaming their stuff, it gets some traction. It gets their information in your playlists and suggests them to you. But buying merch, man, that helps bands out so much. And I do love seeing one band wearing another band's shirt. It doesn't matter how big or small they are, but when they are big, it's really, really helpful. But just the love, I love seeing that with this independent community. I'm finding a really nice, I guess niche would be the word of groups that are just it's good, and I love that that's where it's at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always room to eat at the table, you know.
That's actually my goal for like when we start playing shows. Like my stage attire is literally just band T-shirts of my friends.
Absolutely.
So if I don't have your T-shirt, hit me up so I can buy it.
Exactly. And I do the same thing. If somebody finally makes their way to me, I buy merch. I buy their T-shirts. I'm wearing a Nova Twin shirt right now.
Heck yeah.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Very nice.
So what's your favorite song to play or sing, not only of yours, but maybe even like a cover?
Ooh, let's see. Out of our songs right now, out of what's coming out this year, what's been released, I think Undertow will be my favorite to actually sing because I just love the dynamic of it. We just brought a banger back from the studio this past week, and that is going to be my favorite to sing because that will cross us into a whole new lane. But we'll wait on that one. And cover-wise, damn.
Or I say cover, I just mean like if you're listening to music, your favorite song to just belt out, or maybe if the guys pick up their instruments and just play just for fun, what song they usually go to.
Well, not that they usually go to, but like if you put "Just Pretend" by Bad Omens on, like I'll stand on my soapbox and cry while I sing it.
Mm-hmm.
But anything Paramore, I mean, I graduated high school to Haley Williams and Misery Business and the whole Riot album. So like, you put Haley on and it's a done deal. You'll get a show.
I probably second on favorite. Undertow is probably my favorite to play, just because there's a lot of fun little things in there in the songs that are fun in the sense where I can throw down to them, but still enough of a challenge where I have to kind of pay attention. And then probably other songs to play otherwise.
I'm trying to think what you usually like noodle to.
Probably like Kill Switch Engage songs. I always noodle with like Kill Switch Engage riffs. They're one of my favorite bands.
So for me, I'm happy to say it's a tough one. Since we changed our sound in this direction, everything, I've really been loving everything we're putting out. I got to agree with Jill. This banger she mentioned. But that one aside.
The new banger.
Yeah.
Oh, the new banger.
The new banger. Yeah.
New.
But so as far as what's released from a technical perspective, Undertow is a lot of fun to play. But something just with just a good straightforward groove. Aftermath is a good thing to sort of bury the bass drum beater in there and just
Yeah, Tremendous has a good drum.
Yeah, just try to make people's head bob, and it has a good pocket to it for me. So
Yeah, it does.
As far as sort of a warm up or just practicing around, I like a lot of metalcore or basically anything by Lamb of God. It's not that I am a Chris Adler or nothing, but just stuff like that. Youth Fountain, I guess.
Oh, Youth Fountain.
So a little pop punk too, that sort of thing. So just unfortunately all over the place.
So outside of music, what are you guys into? Or do you play games together, or do you like to just sit back and read a book, watch a movie, any TV shows you like? Obviously, I like Marvel and Star Wars and all that kind of good shit.
Nice.
Outside of music, like I mentioned earlier, like I'm a fitness buff. I'm in the gym 5 days a week. If it requires picking things up and putting them down, I'm probably doing it. I love paddleboarding and being outside. So I have a stand-up paddleboard. We have a bunch of kayaks. We're usually on the river at least once a week. And then I'm into like art and like painting and drawing, and I haven't really done it in a long time, but I'm like always creating something. I'm either doing like some graphic stuff, trying to create new shirts, or I'm scribbling stupid little drawings in a notebook, or coming up with new merch ideas, things that we can like kind of do ourselves. I bought myself a Cricut, which was the worst idea ever. Yeah, everything has a label on it now, literally everything. And if it can have a Forever May Fall sticker, it's got a home cut Forever May Fall sticker. But yeah, I think that's right. Do I do anything else? Am I missing something other than being obnoxious?
No, you're good. With after all the studio writing, production, playing shows and everything, we're all pretty sick of each other. No.
Or you usually do a barbecue thing every now and then.
Yeah, so you'll probably find me in the backyard grilling something or smoking some meat, that sort of thing, or in the front yard washing and detailing the cars. I find that relaxing, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and of course I really like my tattoos when I can get them. So I guess that's me. A little college football during that season. So
I enjoy same as Joe, going outside and doing like kayaking and canoeing and that sort of stuff. That's a lot of fun. Very good like zen space for us.
Yeah.
I enjoy like chilling sometimes though, and like playing like a video game just to relax or something like that. And then other than that, like those two things, and then I like producing. Like I like working with other bands and helping write, and that sort of creative process of just like always trying to push boundaries and shit, and like make shit that's cool. I don't care what it is. I just want to make shit that's cool. Or at least I think it's cool. Somebody else might think it's dog shit, but
Yeah, I do completely understand that. I know my friends get tired of hearing me talk about my show that I do, but literally the thing that gives me passion and makes me happy to do. So I understand that outside of that, there's this, that, and the other, but really it's about the passion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And of course we all do enjoy going to live shows for other bands whenever we can, whether it's a national touring band or local.
Yeah, I really try to get out to the local shows. I mean, everybody's just, like I said, so freaking amazing. So
when we can, we all try to go together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Do you have any sponsors, or maybe a dream sponsor, or like a preference in your gear or your mic or anything like that?
Balaguer. I got some bones to pick with you. No, for real. Balaguer.
He does love Balaguer.
I do. Yeah, I love Balaguer. Call me. Balaguer probably. Kemper amps. I mean, I love gear. So literally anybody that is down and wants to endorse, I will play your stuff. So
I'm probably not loudmouth enough yet for Sennheiser, but their microphones are wild and they have a ridiculous range.
Yeah.
Like, so he got the wireless for his guitar and I got the microphone and we had set it up down here. And I was like just running upstairs with my mic. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I can still pick it up. And I hear his guitar and I'm like, cool. Like, where are you? And I come downstairs and I can't find him. I'm like, well, where are you? He was all the way down the block outside. Wow. Oh, yeah. And it was still playing clearly, like no cutting out, nothing.
Thanks, Sennheiser.
Yeah, so their stuff is wild. I mean, I'm a singer. I don't have a lot of equipment. I am my equipment. But Pop Fit leggings. I will rock those things all day, every day, till the day I die. They're the most comfortable things, and they have pockets, like deep pockets to fit my phone. And I could totally fit, like, my my monitor pack in there. So
I do understand the importance of pockets in women's clothing.
Oh, man. So for me,
Everybody turned and looked at him.
Oh yeah.
how do
Oh,
we make
yeah.
this awkward?
Or get up. It's somebody go ahead and grab a broom and dustpan for all the names I'm about to drop.
Oh my God.
So Meinl and Sabian cymbals. I'd love to sit down with both of them or either of them. I've just broken into a new maker of drums, Virus Drums, over in Spain. Great stuff. Also, anybody watching from Vans Shoes.
Oh my God.
Love your stuff. Wearing some now. Always do.
Adidas, you too.
I'd say this man probably has like stock in the Vans company with how many shoes he's purchased. But I'm kind of the same way with Converse and Chuck Taylors. So
Yeah. I go back and forth between Evans and Remo heads, but yeah, or anyway, yeah, no, that would be that's a good question. That'd be a lot of
yeah,
fun.
that's a fun question. I like that one.
Hopefully though, we actually do want to pursue some of that, and whenever we get playing live again, probably next year, and we get even more numbers and stats going on. Hopefully they'll want to listen.
Yeah, give us a little peek.
Yeah,
Those little guys.
So if any of you know anybody,
Yeah.
tell them Forever Make Old, Colin. Sorry.
And see, this is why I asked such a question. I know that you guys right now are still basically a garage band. I mean, you're way more than that to me, but all intents and purposes, right now you're small, and one day you won't be if you keep going because you're too good not to be. And so when those sponsors start calling you, be like, no, look, 2022, I was saying I want you, so come on.
Let's go.
So is there a cover that you would like to do? Maybe if you do get on the stage again and just think it'd be fun to just jam out to?
Well, there's actually quite a few of them. We were just while we were down in Atlanta, we were rocking the song. It's by Varna. It's called, is it The Craving?
Yes.
It's called The Craving by Varna, and it's pretty sick. Like, poor Krabby would be blast beating the whole time. But
Okay.
it's just a really fun song. Like, if you were to picture me acting like an idiot running around an entire venue while singing it, like, that's the song. Like, it's fun. There's like no downtime in that song for you to just like be boring. So it's definitely a fun song. And then I'll come back to Just Pretend. Like, it's just such a crowd banger by Bad Omens. Like, it makes me feel like my heart's being ripped out while I'm listening to it, let alone singing it. So like Noah did something there for sure. So I kind of want to feel that moment like on stage too, like singing that song.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I personally really like the ending of it. Coming off a tom fill and everything just stops and drops, and then you just got this operatic sort of choir type of thing, finishing out the chorus there. And not only is that great crowd interaction potentially, but it's just I personally think it's just a gorgeous way to end a fairly dramatic song.
Yeah.
Do you have any dream tour mates that you really, really want to tour with? It could be somebody that you just want to hear or somebody that you really like.
Oh man, we've got so many homies that would be like, I'd love to be sandwiched right between the Funeral Portrait and Awake at Last. Like, those guys they're family at this point, but like they're so much fun. They're so much fun to watch, so much fun to hang out with.
I just saw them, Awake at Last.
I know.
They're
They're
such
so
good
great.
dudes.
Like those guys literally are family. Like we hang out with them.
Really?
We love them.
Yeah.
We talk to them regularly. They're very like they're usually the first people that get the mixes from the studio. Like we just did a thing, listen, and like they're always so encouraging and like always in our corner with some pom poms being cheerleaders. So
Yeah.
they're fantastic people.
Yeah. Those two, Varsity,
Yeah,
is a
Varsity's
good one.
great too.
Hollow City.
Man, we have so many. It was just, honestly, it would be cool to, be on a bill with a national. It would be cool to open for Hailstorm or share a stage with, Evan Nessmans or anything big like that. But yeah, Breaking Benjamin, all that stuff. But I would not be mad if I never did it because the indie scene, like we've got just so many friends and so many bands that are just pure talent. Like, give me a festival with 20 of those guys, and it would be the best show I've ever played.
Yep, I want that too. I want to throw Surprise Fest so bad.
That'd be so cool, dude.
I
would be
just
awesome.
We're there.
We're in.
That's the dream, is to get just a whole bunch of you guys together and let's just have fun supporting each other and playing. But a lot of y'all have agents that I can't afford, so. So I guess you don't have any upcoming tours that you want to announce or anything that you want to plug before we go. I know you got a single called
Undertow.
Thank you. It's coming out.
I thought you were quizzing me. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, do you want the name of your own song?
Guy,
No, I forgot who I was talking to. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
And it comes out
Friday, August 12th.
Friday, August 12th.
Yep.
Excited to hear that. Actually, I'm real excited to hear it. You call it Undertow, so obviously you've got Tool expectations to live up to now.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually one of the influences for some of the lyrics too.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was really funny how that came about. There were like maybe 2 or 3 lines that just influenced some of the words that we use. So that's funny actually.
Yeah.
And thus far, it's definitely the most involved video that
Yeah.
we've done.
Oh, really?
Had a
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
great fun time.
Yeah, Tom Flynn is the GOAT,
Yeah.
and I've like never been in front of a camera before where the connection between director and actress, like they were like, what is happening?
Yeah.
This is wild. Like he was just like calling out like 1, 2, 3, do this, do that, and it just moved fluidly.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And even seeing like Tom's done like bands like Lamb of God and I Prevail and stuff like that, and just even seeing like the playback footage when we were there, like this looks like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is this?
Critical Bay looked like a joke. Like,
Yeah, we got a little deaf, we got a little sweaty, we got wet. I think I cuddled with this guy
you did.
at one point.
That did happen.
We got a little dirty.
I had a little rain shower
Really? Yeah.
out in the alley.
Yeah,
It's the whole thing.
it was
That was fun. It was good.
That's
huge
fantastic.
trunk full of skulls. Yeah.
Fun fact, Tom and I grew up in the same town on Long
Oh, yeah.
Island. Yeah, he graduated high school, I think, like a year or 2 before me. But he was also in a band back then. I won't embarrass him anymore. But it literally, like, it felt like when he flew down and we got to the Airbnb, we're all talking about, like, what we were going to do. Like, I literally felt like I was in the room with my brother. Like, it just, like, it was, like, such a cool piece of home. Like, to hear his Long Island accent and, like, start talking again, like, it was really cool. I had a really good time, and he's a dope dude to work with.
You love them.
Yeah, we love each other.
Yeah, I did notice that you didn't sound like you were from the South. I've
Oh,
never
no.
heard you speak before, so.
None of us are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, none of us are actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're all kind of transplants from other places, and I think that's that's one thing that more or less helps us. You know, we mentioned all these local bands that are amazing that we love. But everyone does have their own goals and their own ambitions and stuff. We're no different. So it's sort of like, you know, you do got to get in there, you got to grind, you got to push hard, and, you know, everybody wants to stand out in their own unique way. And I think that all of us being transplants, but ultimately somehow coming together with the common goal of and passionate music and playing and performing. I think that helped our resolve and our drive to really try to stand out and be different and just be us. You know,
I agree with that.
Something like that. You know,
something like that. Something along those lines.
You mean what I know?
Well, humility is great, and you guys wear that very well. But don't forget that you're badasses, and you're going to do something as long as you keep this passion, and that's what matters.
Thank you so much, man.
I just want to thank you once again for joining me and for taking the time to hang out and let your fans get to know you. Is there anything else you wanted to throw out there before we call it a day?
I mean, nah, just the usual. We're on everything, everywhere you listen to music, on every social media platform, just about. We do have a little secret fan group called The Fallen on Facebook. So if you want like a little bit closer access to us to, you know, ask questions or, you know, hang out, see what happens first, that's the place to be. I know my friend count on Facebook is starting to peak the limit, and I think there's like 1 million friend requests in purgatory, so I'm sorry to anybody I have not accepted. If I should accept you, send me a message. But that group, that's the Fallen group, is definitely where you'll get the closest access, because we all get notifications when somebody posts in there. So it's direct to our phones, basically. So that's the closest to us you'll get.
You can also find a few pictures of us and bios and merch and things like that at forevermayfall.com. It's our website. We're on there as well. And also just thank you for having us. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, our playlist too.
Yeah, I wanted to say too, like, thank you especially for like playing our band on different shows and like being a part of the journey with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Because without people like you, like, we stay known to the 10 people in this little circle. So thank you for blasting us around.
You know, I know I'm not that big right now, and on the one hand, that's not what I'm interested in. But on the other hand, if I don't get big, I can't help you get big, right? So, but really what this boils down to is passion for me, just like you guys. And I'm tired of hearing shitty music. I'm just tired of it. I love the band Skindred, and I'm so tired of listening to their music because that's the only thing I've liked since 2006. That I just got crazy one day and started, you know, looking at a band that I really liked and asked them if it was okay if I practiced making a radio show with their music, and they said yes, and I did it and put it out, and I really liked it. And I kept doing it. I got a little bit better at it. And this is possible because of you guys, bands like you, and just thank you for the awesome music.
Hell yeah, man.
It's our pleasure. And I guess the videos are on YouTube, right?
Yeah, videos are on YouTube. We have a Forever and Friends playlist on Spotify. So all of our homies bands, if you're ever wondering like who we're friends with and who we're repping, like, you go to that playlist. It's all of them. We try to keep it up to date. Whenever we see a new release, we try and add it. If you want to be on it, let us know. We'll add you.
Yeah, and I always link all that information down below in the description.
Sweet.
I'll make sure to add your playlist, Forever and Friends, to that information so that anybody can find it. And I'm sorry, Adam, did I cut you off?
No, not at all. I'll just say, we also got some behind the scenes stuff as well. If you like that type of deal.
Oh yeah, that's all.
On YouTube, you can see our non-professional stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like making of. I think you was on there, and
making of you, the making of Aftermath.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be something of Undertow.
Yeah.
But if you really want like the goofiest stuff, like the Fallen group is like where we're literally like, hi, happy Friday, like. So.
Yeah, it's not uncommon to see a random live stream or video.
Something
Very
dumb.
cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Forever May Fall, Colt, Adam, Fox. Thank you all so much. Best of luck to all of you and your bass player that decided he didn't want to be here. No, he had to work, right?
He's driving a truck.
Yeah, he had to work. He had to work. I don't want to put false information out there. He had to work.
No, you can say that.
Oh, you can say that.
Guys, have a great day, and
Thank you.
see you next time.
See you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.